All right, Miss Grace, we are live. I'm trying to get us streaming over here on Instagram as well, but I'm having some technical difficulties, but that's okay. That's okay.
Yes.
How you doing today? How you doing?
Good. Doing good. A bit tired, but I'm good and I'm excited for today's topic.
You tired, girl? Ooh,
I'm
I'm
always
losing my voice.
tired.
Why you always tired?
I
Do
don't
you sleep
sleep.
at night?
I don't sleep well. I sleep, like I get sleep, but I don't sleep well. Like I'm tossing and turning, my mind's going. I don't ever feel like I'm fully asleep. So I'm always tired.
Oh, see, girl, look. As soon as my head hits the pillow, I'm like,
Yeah, not me. Not me.
and I'm sleeping all night long, just knocked out.
And I'm an early bird too, so like no matter what time I go to sleep, I'll always be up at the same time. That's just the way it is.
Oh, that's right. You did say you're an early bird.
Yeah, so this time change over here is not for me. I rather have my daylight during the morning, not at night. It's not a thing for me. So we struggle in the summer. Winter is our time.
See, now look, the time jump, the time, blah, 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 blah. The time change has me all messed up because we don't have daylight savings time here in Bahrain. So today I was walking around, I'm like, okay, Sybil, the show starts at 7 for you. It begins at 7, not 8. It was about 6:30. I was like, oh, snap. It's in 30 minutes. You need to hurry up.
Yeah.
The struggle is real. But Grace, are you ready to talk about today's topic?
I'm ready.
You ready? But, I think before we get into today's topic, we're going to go ahead and do our hot topic.
All right, let's do it.
I have two.
All right.
Let's see. Which one do I want to go with first? Let me pull it up. Share my screen. Let's get us up here. Oh, there we are. Let me move this. So, all right, we're there. Girl, I'm trying to maneuver this.
Wait, you're there.
Hey, we getting there. So, as you know, there's been a lot of changes happening over the last several weeks. One being the war heroes, the military first among 26,000 images flagged in the DEI purge.
Yes.
So, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I've been seeing it all through social media and stuff, different pages saying, little warnings saying, images may be changed due to DEI policies and changes and this and that. And my first reaction is it's sad. It's just sad to see something that is just part of our normal, part of our world, part of us, who we are, just be taken down because of a policy change, with no true meaning for it, at least in my eyes. Like there's no logical reason, so yeah, it's very sad. It's sad in my eyes.
Because right here, if y'all can see, I'm gonna highlight this. Can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
The vast majority of Pentagon purges targets women, minorities, including notable milestones made in the military. It also removes large number of posts that mention various commemorative months, such as those for Black and Hispanic people and women. And, I'm like, as a minority myself and as a woman, this is part of our history.
Mm-hmm.
And we say, oh, we're here to celebrate American history. But when you remove minorities and women, you are removing history.
Yes.
Especially when you're celebrating many of the first or the few.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I agree. It's hard to have a true timeline without, everything included. You just skip over major moments, and that's really disappointing.
Yes. And you know, one thing we're going to do here at Millspouse Conversations, we are going to actually hold an event, the conversation, and we are going to talk about these changes. So I recommend that you go ahead and sign up for our newsletter at millspouseconversations.com. Click the newsletter, sign up so you will know when that registration opens up, because it's going to be a good conversation and we want to hear everyone's perspective.
Yes.
You may think it's a great thing that it's been removed, or you may not. It's your opportunity to share your perspective.
Yes.
All right. We have another hot topic before we get to our main topics. This was just something that I found on Facebook, on the Facebook. And I want to know your thoughts on this.
Okay, watch this. So you mean to tell me I bought food here and I can't eat my food here?
Yes, your food is to go, so you cannot sit in here and eat it.
How come I can't?
Because that's against the policy.
It's not against the policy.
Yes,
You'll find
it
out. Watch this. Go get your manager.
I am the
Get
manager.
that bigger manager. You're not the only manager. You can't tell me I can't eat my food here if I
can't eat
pay
your
for
food
it.
here.
It don't matter. I'll pay for my food. It don't matter. I can eat my
You have to
motherfucking
get
food
it
wherever
to
I want
go.
to eat my food at.
No, you can't. And if
Crazy
you're causing
as
a
hell.
scene, you can't act like this in here.
What are you talking about? She's gonna try to tell me I pay for.
All right, so let's answer this question. Have you ever ordered food to go and then decided to just sit down in the restaurant and eat it?
And not in a full restaurant. I've gone to like, I don't know, like a Subway or something, ordered it on the app because I want to be able to customize my thing without having to stand in line and do it. We get our food, we sit at a table. But not like he's at Buffalo Wild Wings, I'm assuming that's what it looked like. I've never done that.
But there was no one. There was no one in the restaurant.
That's
There was
exactly
no
what I was
one
gonna say. That's exactly my point. I was literally gonna say, if the restaurant is empty, why are you kicking him out? Like, honestly, you're not serving any tables. Nothing is packed. And Vito's has a bar top. Go send them to the bar top. Those are free for alls. You know, like you don't have to wait in line for that. So I highly disagree. And the attitude that was displayed, you can tell that there was other reasons why this conversation was happening. Power
Because
trip.
my thought was, hey, look, maybe he went in, he ordered his food, he had to sit there and wait, and he decided, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I want to eat it now. I'm just going to sit down, eat my food. I don't even need a waiter.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You're not serving, like, you're not doing anything. He already has his stuff. If it's empty, let him sit. I mean, I can understand if it was like packed house, people are waiting, there's an hour wait list, you know, the whole thing. Fine, I get it. It's empty. Send them to the bar top. Yeah. Crazy.
Hey, for those watching, let us know. What are your thoughts on that?
Yes.
I'm curious to know what the audience has to say about that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Are we ready? Actually, hold on. Before we get into our topic, I'm sorry, Grace, because Grace is ready to talk. This is
I'm
Grace's
ready.
topic. But we do have to pause and give a shout out to our sponsor, USAA. So, folks, take a moment, scan that QR code. Do you see it? I'm trying to point to it.
In the center.
Yes, scan that QR code and go check out USAA's Military Spouse Resource Hub. And especially for all you military spouses who are about to PCS, they have lots of good information for you right there. Okay, just saying, go ahead, check it out.
Yeah. Become a member. Honestly, like, I don't think people realize how many benefits there are to being a USAA member. Lots and lots of good benefits.
Yeah, because they have savings. You can save money on things like I never thought about. I'm like, oh, they have a partnership with this. Oh, snap, flowers. I'm gonna save some money on my flowers. But I did drop the link right here in the comments, so you can click on that and it'll take you right over to their resource hub. All right. Now, for the main topic at hand, people pleasing.
People pleasing.
Go ahead, Grace, because I know you got lots to say about this.
Okay, so let's just define people pleasing. People pleasing involves prioritizing others' needs and opinions over your own. Like, that's the flat out definition of people pleasing. And let me tell you that this topic is a big one for me because I am like the queen of people pleasing. I don't know, I probably do know why that is, but I'm surprised that I haven't gotten over it at this point in my life. For some reason, I'm a yes person, and part of it comes out of like kindness and wanting to help people, and then the other half is because I always worry about what people will think or say if I say no. So people pleasing can come in different ways, like difficulty saying no, over apologizing, neglecting your own needs, fear of disappointing others, ding ding ding, that's me all the way, and pretending to agree. That not really me. I can definitely like disagree with a lot of things. But saying no, I can't help you today. No, I can't sub today. I'm a substitute teacher. I know I can't sub today. No, I can't this or this and that is super hard for me. So people pleasing is probably one of my biggest struggles in life. And I really think Sybil doesn't struggle with this. I don't see her as the personality type that would struggle. So I'm very curious, Sybil, what your perspective on that is.
Well, I would say in my younger life, I was a people pleaser. And I think it was more so because of the way I was raised.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like my family was very much, oh, you should always help other people. Like they never taught me to balance helping others and prioritizing myself.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like I would see my mom do it, but she never taught me.
Right.
It took me until I was in my late 20s to be like, oh, heck nah. But it was more of, oh, I'm helping you. Oh, I have the time. I have the energy. I'll be all right. I can accommodate you because I'll be all right on the back end.
Mm-hmm.
But it did become a part of my life where I started to resent people.
Mm-hmm.
I resented people. And then I overcame it, and it did creep back into my life. Hush, Grace. It did creep back into my life recently. But I was like, no, girl. What are you doing? What are you doing? No.
I feel that. I people please. I should say I have gone into the time where I people pleased until burnout. And then I would be mad at everything, even though it was my own fault because I never said no, or that I didn't want to, or that I couldn't, or, those things. I mean, there's times where like I just can't and I have to say no. But if there's that wiggle room where I know I can like move my schedule, or I am available even if I don't want to, like I'll do it because I feel bad, like someone's needing something. But then like I get to that burnout phase, right? And then I have like a section of time where I'm like, no, can't do anything. I'm like, don't talk to me. I'm not doing anything for anybody. And then it recycles. I'm like, I just said no for a month, so now I got to make up all that time, So it's like a vicious cycle that I put myself in, and I'm aware that I put myself in it. And I think I am slowly like changing my habits and doing that. Maybe it's just a thing with age. Like as you get older, you can say it more easily. I don't know.
Because I think as you get older, you value your own time more. Yes. And you realize that, okay, because I've had people say, oh, well, why are you putting yourself before others? And looking at it as it being a selfish,
right.
Selfish, I'm like, no, you've got to take care of yourself before you take care of others.
Absolutely.
So I think as you get older, you recognize that more.
Right.
And it's easier for you to just tell folks, yeah, nah. Or, if there's people in my life who are constantly asking something from me, as I've gotten older, I do ask, what have you done for me lately? And it's not about give and take, but it is about giving, right? Like if you are constantly asking for my time, okay, I asked you for just 5 minutes of your time last week, and you could not carve out that time for me. So, yeah, nah, I can't give you 10 hours.
Right. Yeah, I get that. And I think too, as like time goes on, you also just find the balance in your life, right? Like you know how much time you have, you know what your limits are, you know what you're willing to or not willing to do, like you said. So I think just as time goes on, you can develop those boundaries essentially, to not people please. And I think people pleasing is just something that most people go through at one point or another, and it's for different reasons. Some it's because they're seeking approval. And I think that happens a lot too in like the military style space, because you're coming into a new place, and so maybe you want to get on people's good terms, or you're really trying to throw yourself in there, and sometimes you go a little overboard with it, and then it's hard to like reel that back. So yeah, people pleasing it's just one of those little things that's always creeping back in.
And I think you can also end up people pleasing within your own family.
Yeah, absolutely.
And yeah, I'm trying to be mindful of my words because sometimes my words come out a little harsh. But so I have 3 daughters. 2 are in college, 1 is a high school junior. And I have 1 day a week in my house. I don't talk to anyone. I don't talk to my daughter that lives here, nor my husband. And my 2 kids that are away in college, if it's not an emergency, don't call me. Now, for some people, they're like, oh, that is a horrible mother, a horrible wife. But that is my day to completely focus on myself. Because with my 2 college kids, they're in the US, so different time zones. Deep breath. Woosah. Because this goes with the people pleasing, right? They're like, oh, my schedule is busy. I'm busy all day. I'm like, okay, what do you mean you're busy all day? But you want to call and talk to me at 3 a.m. in the morning. Now, some would say, oh, that's not people pleasing. That's you being a mother. But they're adults. So I'm trying to teach them to not require people to always adjust their schedule according to them.
Right.
Because your friends are going to get tired of you.
Right.
So I'm like, yeah, nah, look, folks, Fridays, I don't talk to nobody.
Yeah.
Don't call me, don't talk to me. And that's even with business, right? There for a while, I'm here in Bahrain. I would take business meetings on Fridays. Friday is the weekend for us. And some folks are like, this isn't people pleasing, but I do feel like it became people pleasing because I'm like, hey, Friday, that's my Saturday.
Right.
Oh, well, no, let's just meet. So I would schedule a meeting at like 8 p.m. my time.
Yep.
To please their schedule, but then they wouldn't show up. And I'm like, yo.
Yeah. And that goes directly into people pleasing. That falls under the neglecting your own needs. So under that one, it says prioritizing others' needs often means that the person pleaser neglects their own well-being and boundaries. So your boundary was Fridays are for me, and then you move that boundary so that you can have the meeting, and then it turned out, not even coming through. So yeah, I can see how that falls under people pleasing. And I think there's a lot of little things that people don't realize. If you're changing your boundaries and your plans and your specific things that you were set on, then you're entering the people pleasing realm.
Yes. Because my kids, they will tell me in a heartbeat, nah, Mom, we ain't talking to this. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, but when y'all want some money, y'all want to talk.
Right. And I think we could even see it in little kids. I see it in my daughters and the fact of like if one has been corrected or told something, the other one's like, "Oh, mommy, I'm behaving right," or "Oh, mommy, I love you," or like they enter that like, "Oh, this is my chance to make sure that we're good." And I'm like, no, like that's not appropriate. You don't need to be doing that. You take care of you and do what you need to do. You're not going to get praised for that. Again, people pleasing in a whole different way in their mindset. So I think everybody goes through it.
Everybody goes through it. And, you even have it with behavior,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like when you're talking about kids, right? Like wanting to fit in with certain peers at school
Mm-hmm.
or on the playground or wherever, even with military spouses, as you said, with that, you change your behavior
Mm-hmm.
to be someone you're not, just
Right.
so you can fit in. Where it's like, yeah, nah,
Mm-hmm.
you don't
Yeah.
have to change who you are to
Mm-hmm.
appease others.
Right. Mm-hmm.
All right, Grace, we're gonna put a pin in that because we need to go to, you know what?
You mean to tell me there ain't no way? You mean to tell me there ain't no way?
Okay, so today's starting away for this week is Albertsons. Albertsons is having a buy two get two free sale for a lot of different items. Normally, they're not that cheap because they spike the prices and then cut them so that you get your two free for the original price. However, this week there is a lot of really good deals, so I suggest you go and look at those if you have an Albertsons. I think that's equivalent to like Kroger all around the country. And also, if you wait until the 15th, you can get a 15% military discount on top of those buy two get two free. So go and check that out. That's my There Ain't No Way for today.
Oh, I need to head back to the US so I can.
You gotta wait for all these good tips to get back.
I'm like, man. Ah. All right. I like that beat.
It's good. It's good.
Actually thinking about
Oh, I think you're freezing a little bit, Sybil.
am I back? Am I still frozen?
Yep. You're choppy.
What?
Okay, you're good now. Go.
Okay, I'm like, this Wi-Fi.
You're good now. You're good now.
Okay, October 23rd. October 23rd in DC. So excited.
So exciting. Go.
And you know what, Grace? Have you seen the dance? They have the fans. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about. I've probably seen it, but I don't know what you're talking about.
We're going to do the wobble. Number one, we're going to do the wobble. Okay, that's a must. And I'm trying to learn this new line dance. Boots. I think it's called Boots on the Ground.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about.
So we're going to have some Mill Spouse conversations or the conversation fans so we can.
Cute. I like
Fans.
it. I like it.
We got to learn the dance first. We're going to learn the dance. They will teach it to everyone. Okay, because this is going to be a fun event. We're not there to just talk at you. We're going to talk with you.
Yes.
We'll even let you hold the mic for like 30 seconds. Get 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Okay, do you have anything else to say about people pleasing?
No, I think just the end of it is, if I can give any advice from someone who struggles with it, is to define your boundaries, and try to keep those as much as you can in your life. And no is a complete sentence. So is no thank you. So you could try using that.
I'm not saying no thank you. I'm just going to say no.
There you go. See, I'm it's that little people pleasing in the back of my head. I had to throw a little thank you to make myself feel better.
Because if I say no thank you, I have that no and then I pause. And psychologically, it then makes me say, oh, well, no, not right now, but tomorrow.
Got it.
But if I'm like, no, I'm like, no.
There you go.
No. All right. Well, we'll go ahead to Stroke Talk.
Know the signs. Save a life. Watch Stroke Talks.
All right. So why did this screen came up different from the other? But that's all good. I don't know. Focus, Sybil, focus. So today's stroke fact is diabetes. Hey, people with diabetes have a higher risk of stroke than people without diabetes. So if you have diabetes, keep your blood sugar, your glucose in check. All right. And there will be a blog post later giving you some tips on what you can do to ensure you keep that in check. But the main one is go to your doctor. All right, Miss Grace. Are you ready for the real military spouse tea?
I'm muted, but I'm ready.
All right. So, y'all know PCS season is starting to ramp up. And even without it being PCS season, I see this a lot in military spouse groups, and especially in the neighborhood groups of people having free porch pickup. Like they're cleaning out their closets, whatever. Is it a freebie? Is it a yay? Or is it a yeah, no thank you for you?
As in, would I put the stuff out or would I get the stuff? What's
Well, okay, so it's twofold.
okay. I've done both.
Okay.
I've done both. I have been in the PCS craziness, and we got to the point where we had more stuff that we just weren't going to take with us, and we had less than 24 hours before we were going to leave. I'm not driving it out in town and taking it to wherever when I know that where I live, because I lived on base the last duty station, I know people will come and get this in 10 seconds. And so we waited until everything was in our trucks, our trailers, locked it all up, and then whatever was left.
You froze.
Oh, what?
You cut out on my end.
Oh, did I cut out?
You drove. You wasn't going to drive an hour out
Yeah.
to town.
Yeah, I was going to drive out to town, load up the stuff in my truck, take it, unload it, come back. It was too much because I knew people would come in like 10 seconds to get the stuff. And we lived in like a quad court. So we had like a central place in the middle. We were like on court D. So I didn't have to post my address or anything. I was just like, free, pick whatever you want, court D, come and get it. And so we like put it in the little central area. And let me tell you, there was a line of cars. Like if this was a drive-through, there was a line of cars of people coming and getting our stuff. I can't even remember what we had. I mean, it wasn't trash. I'm never going to put trash out there. I'll throw that stuff away. I mean, it was good, usable things. But there was a line of cars, and people were just like pulling, and literally within 10 minutes, gone. Poof, gone.
Okay, and you don't remember what you had because I want to know what you had.
Girl, I don't remember. I know there was like a couple baby gates and I don't know, some like dog stuff. I can't remember, honestly. It was 3 years ago, but it was just randomness that like we weren't going to use. Maybe a couple bins, like, you know, the totes and stuff, just things that like it didn't fit. I didn't want to take it. There was like a rug. Yeah, I don't know. Randomness, literal randomness, but it's of use to other people. And you label free on anythinggirl.com.
So let me ask this question.
Yes.
Because I've been in the situation where it's like, okay, I have these items, come pick it up, and someone will claim dibs on it. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna set it aside for you. And then they don't show up. They don't come and get it. And I'm like, you said you wanted this. Like, you would be here by 6 p.m. tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Where the heck are you?
Yeah, that drives me nuts. I only hold things if I'm receiving payment for them. If it's a free item, I will not hold it. It's first come, first serve, sorry. Unless, I think one time I had like a specific baby item and it was a mom, like a mom solo parenting. I felt bad, whatever. That I held and she came perfect. But I wouldn't do it all the time because there's so many no-shows that it's just not worth your time. Unless you're getting paid for it, then maybe it's worth it,
Yeah, because see, that's my biggest issue. That it's a free item.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to hold it for you.
Yeah.
And then you don't come pick it up. And hello, I'm PCSing. I'm
Mm-hmm.
packing up tomorrow. Or maybe I've already packed out.
Yeah.
Like, so when we left San Diego, I'm laughing because my husband was like, you did a what? He left before we did.
Mm-hmm.
So he had these gym mats, like some really nice gym mats.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know how. I'm sorry. I'm laughing because it is still a little sore spot with him.
Oh, no.
I forgot to tell the movers to pack them. They packed all of his workout equipment, his Peloton, his weights, everything. But for some reason, they did not pack these mats. But they were really nice mats.
Mm-hmm.
I gave them away.
Oh, no. Someone scored.
But his problem was, he said, Sybil, because this was for our storage shipment. So the storage came before our household goods.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, why didn't you, or our household goods came before our storage.
Okay, so why didn't you just put it in the storage?
Yeah, he's like, why didn't you just put them in storage?
Oh, no, you have a second chance.
I was like, man, I just walked out in the garage. I was like, everything else is gone but these mats. I was like, hey, I asked my neighbor, I said, hey, you want these? You can come get them. Like, you got to come over and get them.
Yeah.
But you can have them. But yeah.
Oh,
And he had just bought them a few months before we PCS.
Oh, no. That's right.
Because we got last minute orders too.
Yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm.
but I was like, oh, my bad. I'm sorry, dear.
See, we don't worry about that over here because we do Diddy moves. So,
Oh, yeah. You the giddy person. So, what about when it's freebies? Because I see this a lot. Oh, we had a birthday party and I have leftover cake. Does anyone want it?
That's weird to me. It's a no for me. No leftovers. That's a no.
Yeah, I'm like, no, I don't know you. And if it was at a kid's party, they probably picked over it and picked their nose. And
Yeah, yeah, it's a no for me. Just freeze it, girl. Don't post it. Just freeze it.
Yeah, just freeze it.
Yeah.
But what about free food? Like when people are PCSing?
Yeah, like canned goods and all that
Can
stuff.
yeah.
I've never I don't think I've ever picked anything up. I mean, I've had like friends give me stuff like specifically like here's this, but I don't think I've never gone to like a free post to pick up food, but I see people doing it all the time. And I think that's fair as long as it's like in a bag, like it's not just like sitting on the curb, 2 cans, you know what I mean? That's a little odd, but like, if it's a bag of, canned goods or whatever, I mean, I appreciate that. I appreciate that effort and not wasting it and tossing it and being like, who wants it? I mean, there's food pantries on bases. There's, food drives on bases. So clearly there is a need for that. So I think that's fine. And just don't be weird and put it on the sidewalk.
Yeah. And cleaning supplies. Now, I'm always leaving cleaning supplies. I'm like, hey, and usually I give them to a friend or a neighbor. And plants.
People do their plants all the time.
So do you give the plants away or do you sell the plants?
I have never done either. I've always like, hey neighbor, like here's, whatever I have, and they just take it. But I understand selling a plant if it's like something that's like super mature, it's like 2 years old, it's growing, it's blooming, it's doing these things. But if you got like a little, I don't know what to even think, a little aloe vera plant or something, like just give it away. But I don't know, some people like that's their passion, and so they see that as value, and so therefore they expect cash, to receive that. So
Look,
each their own.
I give my plants away because although, let me show you this plant. Let me show you. Okay. I'm proud of myself with this plant.
See, that would bring value. And I think other people would expect to be reimbursed for that, That's a pretty one. She's big.
It has survived.
Wow.
Because I kill every plant. Every plant
plants are hard to kill.
Girl, no. I kill cactus.
That's my husband. He kills cactus too. I don't know how he does that.
I kill everything. So, like, my friends usually rescue my plants. That's what they're like, Sybil, we're rescuing your plant.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the real military spouse tea question for
that
the day.
Was a good one.
Because I've just seen it, like, it's PCS.
You see it all the time.
I've been seeing people talking about, oh, I have freebies. Tiana's about to eat the plant now. I need to put it away. But yeah, I'm cool with freebies except for food. Don't, like, if it's open food, if it's.
Yeah, open food is a no. If it's closed, never used, I think go for it. Cleaning supplies, I get, like, you don't want to be wasteful. Stuff like that, like, yeah. And I think bottom line is just be respectful with how you're putting it out. Like, is it on your porch in a neat pile? Is it, where is it? How are you getting it to the next person? Because I do see a lot of time on the bases, there's just like piles of junk thrown out on the curb, and it's trash essentially at that point. I mean, the wind's blowing, there's, bugs, there's cats out there, there's all kinds of stuff like that becomes trash. And so just be respectful on how you're doing that, and don't turn your freebies into waste. I don't think that's right.
And if you're picking things up, because if you have different piles of things that you're giving away, people come, they just go through it too and make it trash.
Be respectful. Yeah, 100%.
If you're walking on the person's porch, pick up the bag. And you're not there to go sort through everything either. Go get the items and go.
Yeah, honestly, even if you just like take the bag, if you don't want everything, take the bag, get what you want, and then put it back out on your own. Like, people just need to be respectful with it.
Yeah, and pick the items up. If you say you're going to be there on this date at this time,
Yes.
Be there.
Yeah, don't be a no-show. No-shows suck. I'm just gonna say that. No-shows suck.
No shows. Oh, that is true. All right, folks, that is it for the tea for this week. Thank you for tuning in, and be sure to go check out USAA. Give a thumbs up, some hearts, and click that share button. That's what you can do. Oh, you know what else I forgot real quick?
Hmm.
You know what it is.
What is it?
Hold on. And I want you to say it. Right there. Right there.
Oh,
it?
buy us a coffee. I was like, where is it? It's under the live button. I couldn't see it. Buy us a coffee, you guys.
Oh, well, here, I'll drop it down
There we
there.
go. There we go. Buy us a coffee, y'all. $5, $6, $10, whatever you got. Send it. We need refills, y'all. We need refills.
I know, we're running on empty. All right, folks, thank you. Have a lovely day.